on my right leg, I'm using the walker with no railings. So you're gonna get as close as you can to the step. You're gonna bring your, not that one, you're gonna bring your strong leg onto it. And you're gonna use the walker to push off and bring it up and then kind of wedge it on the stairs, even though it's really unstable. Do the same thing again, bring your strong leg up, push off the walker, and then bring it to it. And it's the same thing as the crutches going down. You're gonna step with your affected leg and the walker at the same time and then bring your strong leg through. And same thing again.
Now what would you do if the walker was not collapsible?
Wow.
I've seen out of an old Western.
Partial weight bearing press.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
That was kind of.
You riding a horse right now too?
So glad I'm getting this right now.
So the same thing, you bring your leg up and you kind of keep it moving, even though I think it's more restrictive when you do it this way.
Yeah, it is.
And it takes up more room. So again, you bring your strong leg up first, and your weak leg on the crutch, or on the walker.
How about if you had enough room to do it on the other way? No.
The other way?
Yeah, it's and other way. So I don't know if you. Anybody want to help him? You thought of every way except.
I know.
Except one.
Upside down.
I don't know if it's
Upside down?
or not.
That way?
Yeah.
I had it that way.
No, you were
in
inside
it
of
last
it.
time.
Oh, I see. I got you.
But now he's stuck.
See, which would require more room, but that really gives. That's a little bit. Just try it. Put the hand in the middle of
Do
the
it,
water.
Matt. You gotta step out of the rail.
Yeah, you can do that.
I don't know.
Practical.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Try to bring it. Keep going. Give you. All right.
You're gonna break your stairs.
Try a little harder.
So then you would ask her to lock her arms, and I would come in from underneath and grab over the top. And then I'm just here to lift her leg, so I would just tell her that I'm going to put one of my arms under her knees for support and the other one under her ankles. Okay, and then on 3 we're going to lift her. So 1. Sorry. Well, that's kind of low, but my knee would go on the bed, but this bed's a little bit low, so I probably wouldn't. But 1, 2, 3. And are you okay?
Okay, did everybody see her posture when she was coming from behind and in that locked position? That's real important.
Very
And then,
strong.
that you've got that, you're protecting your back by getting your knee up on them. Any questions?
No.
So make sure the wheelchair is locked. So Michelle's already bent her legs, but okay, so first you'll have patient flex their knees, and then next you're gonna roll. So ask the patient to have their arm abducted like this, opposite shoulder and hip, and then be supporting them, bring their legs off, and then you have to get your arm underneath this shoulder right here, and then ask for help if they can to push up. Otherwise, you might need to support them. And then ask them if they feel dizzy, and just try to keep an arm on them. And then you're just gonna put the gait belt on. And then I'm going to block both of her knees. Have her hold on to me, push up, slowly pivot, and then down. And If the patient's a little more difficult for you, you could take off this arm, but I felt comfortable just getting her up and then back down. Any questions?
Because even in a transfer like this, this is when the patient has some measure of that they can give support with either one of their extremities. Okay, so it's not like a deadlift. It's really there's a little bit of weight bearing capacity, even though it's not enough.
Okay. So you're gonna first make sure that the wheelchair is locked, and then you're gonna have the patient scoot forward to the edge of the wheelchair, and then you are gonna have them tuck their toes underneath, and then you'll ask them to lower themselves so you can grab the edge of the arms, yeah, and then lower yourself to your knees, and then put both hands on the ground in front of you, and then you're gonna shift all of your weight to one hip. That's to get to the floor. And then to have them get back into the wheelchair, it's gonna turn, and you're gonna have them start on their hands and knees, facing the chair. And then you'll have them put their hands on the edge of the seat and kind of lift themselves up into like a taller seated position. And then, and then you'll have them turn one of their hands in, like internally rotate on one of the armrests, and then turn their other one this way, so they're kind of like gripping underneath the seat, and then now you'll push up, and then they'll pivot on their legs into the seat. And that's one way to do it.
Okay, so this is the knee sequence. Okay, very good, thank you.
Okay, now it's just a different way to do it. It's pretty similar except the way you have your legs. So I'm gonna again make sure the brakes are locked and that you want the wheels to face forward, because that's also another option for you to grab onto later. I'm gonna put a gait belt on Alex, and I'm gonna ask her to scoot forward in the seat. Thank you. And then whatever you feel comfortable, generally I think it would be with your strong hand. You could either grab the floor if you're that flexible, otherwise you could grab part of the wheel or the lower part of the chair. And then you're going to lower yourself on the ground, keeping your legs straight. So this is the long sitting version. Okay, and then a different way we're going to get back up is it's pretty much going to be the exact reverse. Alex is going to have one hand or both hands either on the wheel or on the chair, whatever she's flexible or feels more comfortable with. It depends on the range of the motion of the patient. And then she's going to extend her elbows and then lift back up. And as the clinician, for going down and up, you want to make sure that you are holding her shoulder and around the hip where the gait belt is, and lowering her and bringing her up for extra support, because that involves a lot of upper body strength that your patient might not have. So, gotta help them out.
Okay.
Then the patient. So ideally when you're falling, obviously it's going to happen very fast, so you kind of have to make sure they understand beforehand, and it's going to be quick. So when they're falling, in the process of falling forward, you want them to throw their crutches to the side, but not too far away where they're going to have to crawl to reach them. So that way, when they try to get back up, they can use the crutches as support, like in the earlier examples. So it's hard to simulate all at once. So pretend crutches are at the side like this, and he's falling. What you want to do is have your elbows slightly bent. You don't want them straight out in front of you, because you're going to either hurt your wrist, elbow, or shoulders. And then when you're coming down, you want to kind of have like soft elbows so they can kind of absorb the force coming down. And then also you want the hand placement low. You don't want it out in front of you, because then your hand can actually come like slide in front of you. So you kind of want to think of like a push-up right underneath your armpit. And the last thing you want to focus on is your head. You don't want your head going straight into the ground, so you turn it to one side or the other.
Okay, and then I think what you'll find, you might be inclined to, that was a really good explanation, very slow, step by step. You're gonna be inclined to want to demonstrate that